Hey, g'day people, it's Matt here from Matt Carves. We are looking at this today. It is the Dremel 543, and this is a shaping wheel or a cutting wheel. It will cut wood, plastic and fiberglass, but do not use on metals. We're going to have a closer look on it today, and we're also going to compare it with the 544, which I have done a review on before. Got a lot of comments about this, that it's slightly dangerous. Maybe this one addresses those issues. Let's have a look at it now. Okay, so here is a close-up of it here. You can sort of see here that it's held in by a screw, and this shaft here is 1/8, so it will fit into your Dremel quite easily. Now, it's got a surface that's covered in carbide tungsten, and the edges are also covered in carbide tungsten. There isn't any on the back. So they're cutting like that or shaping like that. Okay, so the diameter of it is 1¼ inches, but you only have a cutting surface of, well, cutting depth of 1/2 inch because of that screw right there. So let's have a look at it cutting this wood. This is wood from Fiji, and it's a relatively soft wood. You can sort of see here, I can sort of like leave a indentation with my fingernail, just to give you an idea on how soft it is. And the larger diameter burrs, you want to lower that speed, so I've gone down to about 20 to 25,000 RPM, and it's cutting through it really nicely. You can sort of see it didn't make it all the way through, so I'm just going back on the other side, cut down there. That was quite easily done, so that came out pretty quick. And you can sort of shape it kind of either way, actually. Yeah. And you can sort of push the wood into it as well on that flat plane. Yeah, it takes the wood off really, really nicely. Yeah, so it's pretty good at shaping. However, I do sort of like use the Kutzall burrs to shape the wood just because you have more control. Now I'm cutting through a little bit of oak there just to show you that you can do hard woods with it as well. And just shaping a little bit of oak there. What I have found it useful for is, say on like these wood carvings that are in logs, is they're kind of like the undercut. So you really can do really deep undercuts. I'll just show you how. So pretty much you're just pushing it into that gap in between the carving and between the bark, and just go down pretty slowly. Now, because it's got such a wide diameter, you're not going to be able to get that much of a curve on it, but just be aware of that. Yeah, it's really nice for that. Now, I have used it in the past for carving beards, really deep beards, usually just the ends of them. Just going under the mustache there. You can sort of see there it kind of struggles with going around corners. Now with all burrs, just watch out for approaching sort of like the corners like that, because the burr can whip around the top and come back on itself, and if your fingers are there, it won't be pretty. Okay, as you can see, it is pretty effective on cutting and shaping. And just be aware it is pretty sharp, so don't run over your fingers with it. Okay, so a while back I did do a review on this, and I had comments, and I knew I was going to get them. The thing is with this easy lock is essentially this is kind of the same kind of deal with this wheel. It can sort of do everything that this one can. This one's a bit nicer because it's a little bit smaller, as you can see there. But the thing is with the easy lock is it moves like that, right? So when you're using it on the wood, there is a possibility, it's never happened to me, that it could jam up and cause to fly off somehow. But with this one, there is no movement whatsoever. So like pulling it this way, nothing moving that way. So that has the advantage of that. And also this one has the tungsten carbide filings on the front as well. So if I was to buy one or the other, I'd probably go with this one. It feels kind of safer. Okay, so who's going to use this? Probably somebody who does a lot of Dremel carving and isn't afraid to buy burrs. You're not going to use this heaps, but there are sort of like situations where you are going to use it for those kind of specialized undercuts and all of that kind of stuff, but don't feel like you have to buy it. I have left a link in the description, and I do enjoy having it in the arsenal of all of my burrs that I use. If you're a beginner, probably wouldn't buy this. For beginners, I recommend 3 burrs from Kutzall and some other diamond burrs, but these are the 3 burrs from Kutzall I recommend.